the clear line to the end zone. He doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Kickoff. On the return, this is Blake Corum. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
Here is Shuck on 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down, Shuck. Now a shot here, deep middle. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That is a big gainer for the Rams. 37 yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Shuck. To the right side here, pass is caught. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. Corum. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
Well, it's clear they didn't have a lot of confidence in their ability to generate enough push inside. That's why they decided to attempt this run on the perimeter. But watch the speed and pursuit of this defense to string this ball out. And they're able to take them down for a loss.
Here we go. Not 18 Cardinal, 18, 65. Mustang 19.
Chuck to throw on 2nd down. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
Chuck going to throw it on 3rd and goal. It is brought in the end zone. Blake Corum. Touchdown, Rams. What a start to the year. His 2nd touchdown in this opening half. Nevis, good on the extra point. And the Rams have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
35-yard line.
Trying to get the running game going. His first carry. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He dropped for the loss of a yard.
Loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's a first carry for their running back. Through up the sideline at the 45. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 18 yards on the pickup there. It'll be a Vikings first down. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. Vikings football as we begin this second quarter. They've got it 2nd down and 11.
Liking 18.
Setting up to throw is McCarthy. Throwing right, it's taken in. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. He's got a receiver. It's Harrison.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
10 at the 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota. And a little chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Flush to his right. He keeps it himself. And McCarthy's going to get down and pick up the first down. Good, smart play with the slide by J.J.
That's another.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And he covers some ground on the return as well. Out of bounds past the 40-yard line.
If you're going to run this route against quarters coverage, Mike, you have to do a better job of running the route flatter. The quarterback is going to trust that you are going to uncover right when that guy comes out of his break, but he rounds the route just a little too much and ends up being a costly mistake.
On first down, Shuck. That's out wide to Williams. He's across midfield. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
17 yards.
That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Rams.
Looking to throw on first down. Here's Shuck. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it. And that ball's incomplete.
This defense is vulnerable in a few areas along the back end, but none of that will matter if this protection can't do a better job holding up long enough that they can find some of these open receivers that have been able to separate.
He doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Vikings have got it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, But before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your back. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
From the 46, here's second down and 3.
60 by 6.
From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with them and will bring up third down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 19-yard line. A big play for Minnesota, 35 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To throw, it's McCarthy. Moving outside the pocket, off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
19 Tiger. Ready.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Now a 3rd and 2.
Go! Cowboy 80. Check go.
To throw is McCarthy. And this ball incomplete on third down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
They'll go. Here's McCarthy. Now he'll work his way out right. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked. And they turn it over on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you. Let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays out.
What to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
10-yard loss on the play. It's 2nd down.
Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Southern California. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Well, the guy playing center field, the guy back there watching it all, had all the eyes on him, takes the interception, and goes all the way, Greg, for a very impressive touchdown.
Yeah, Mike, and I just think the quarterback just locked in on his receiver the entire way. And as you said, that center fielder sitting back there, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes, and once he got his hands on that ball, it was nothing but green grass the other way for the pick 6.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Corum. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
1st and 10. Here's Shuck. That's hauled in on the left by Nacua. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw. Here is Shuck. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
I think now we're starting to see this defense start to make some adjustments. We saw him give up a few plays earlier in the game, especially to this back. So he's someone they have to understand. He's not just going to hurt you on the ground. He also is a threat in the passing game. So nice job there making some adjustments on the back end, and they forced the incomplete.
That one into the hands of Atwell. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. A big one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
The air again is Shuck. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. A gain of 21 on that pass play. Good for a Rams 1st down.
At the 17-yard line.
To the air once more. Shuck. The throw here is complete. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal. Try to finish off this drive with a touchdown. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Slot man in motion left. Throwing again, Shuck. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
Receiver in motion, headed left. On 2nd down, it's Shuck. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this 1st half.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that 2nd down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
Now they operate from back at the 9, and it's 3rd down and goal.
70 Lions. 19 tight. 19 tight. Buffalo 18. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
To the air is Shuck. Oh, this pass was dialed in right now. They get him again. That is Josh Metellus, the safety. Gets in there and brings them down.
Now after taking that loss on the sack, it changes your entire approach offensively. You go from playing for 6 to now everything is just about coming away with points.
Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this 1st half. The Rams going to turn things over to the field goal unit. This one from 41 yards out. His kick is good. And the Rams will take a 24-21 lead.
Harrison Mevis to kick off.
3 points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
He's across midfield. Now inside the 25. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15.
It's a gain of 53 yards.
A big play and a much-needed one as well. 53 yards.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. To the goal line and in. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Vikings. Rikers good with the extra point. Vikings have taken a 4-point advantage. Riker out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
Their own 43-yard line.
Here is Shuck on 1st and 10. That finds Nakua downfield, complete. And he will score. Puka Nakua. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
The kickoff team is out of the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
And once he got his head around, he realized he was in danger. I mean, luckily, he was able to get rid of that ball before it turned into a negative play.
Second and 10. Now McCarthy. That's over the middle and intercepted. What a time for a pick 6 for the defense as the other team is trying to get themselves right back in this one. The defense extends the margin with the pick 6.
Yeah, just a critical moment. You find yourself on defense, Mike, trying to hang on to this lead. And not only do you do that, you pick 6 them, and you're able to extend that lead.
The kick is good. Makes the score Rams 38, Vikings 28. Harrison Davis to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On 1st first and 10. It's McCarthy. He's going to let one fly for Addison.
So often we see on these deep passes, the defender lose track of the ball in the air. They then tend to panic, and it either leads to a big pass completion or a defensive PI. In this case, he stays in phase. He's able to break the ball up and prevent a big play from happening.
I had a defender draped all over, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
To the air on third down is McCarthy. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
So just think, I mean, a couple minutes ago, we see a pick 6. I mean, the last thing you want to do is on the next time you step in the huddle is go 3 and out. So that's a big conversion. Now they got to find a way to get some of this momentum back, go down and get some points, and let everybody move past that pick 6 we saw in the last possession.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On the ready. Top low 18. Check. 70 Timberwolf. Ready.
To throw once more, here's McCarthy. Moving to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Got it. Ready? Come on. Set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
McCarthy gonna look to throw again. Exiting the pocket right. That one thrown on the run, but the receiver had to reach back, couldn't bring it in, and it is incomplete.
3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come 3rd down.
Incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th. They wind up turning it over on down.
Is a turnover on downs.
60 even. 60. Purple lead. 69. 69. 75.
Shuck looking to throw on 1st down. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Chuck to throw on 2nd down. First, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
Now Shuck on 3rd down. Right side, complete to Nakua. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Rams.
From the gun, it's Shough. The catch made by Nacua. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Now he'll air one out. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. And what an opener it has been for this rookie. That's now his second touchdown here in week 1.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense. And then what can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot. And with timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
45. Vikings 28. Harrison Bevis to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On first down, here's McCarthy. Trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall in.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. It is uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions. No.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked. And they turn it over on down.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession. And that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on fourth down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead. But it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop. And that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
Okay, great. Here we go.
And that is Hunt in the end zone. He's in. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Los Angeles. That his second touchdown tonight.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone. Because as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
Rams 52, Vikings 28.
Get your money up. I put money down.
Harrison Bevis to kick off.
All my people now.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
I've been gone for a little too long.
Ready, set.
I've been waiting on a time.
Street. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Warriors 70.
McCarthy now to throw on first and 10.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
At the 41-yard line.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. He's going to let one fly for Addison.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
They go 5 receivers for third down and 4. From the gun, here's McCarthy. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down.
A gain of 3. It's fourth down.
Cougar 19, go!
They'll run for it, and it's Jones.
Aaron Jones
And he's not
on the carry.
going anywhere. Stuck behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
Here we go, set! 19, 18, 18.
On first and 10, here's Shuck. He's into space past the 25. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. First down. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
Track 60, Cowboys, 19, Lions. 18, Pioneer. Take over.
Looking to throw on first down. Here's Shuck. Quick throw, taken in. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rad.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Harrison Bevis to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On first and 10, it's McCarthy. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up second and 18 at the 27-yard line.
On play action, here's McCarthy. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Durant. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this.
Got it, ready? Cut 19, cut 19.
On first down, Shuck. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now. This one's good for a first down.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand up.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, L.A. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying, It's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game.
Jumping the minute, but can't steer it no more. Riding the wave, but now you're chilling on shore. What's it used to being rich when your inside's poor? It's a glitch, but you don't want to see more. You want to see more, but you only see sore. Life that slows you down. Your body is acting up. Your mind is out of bounds. It's telling you back it up. You check your thoughts and memories that acting out overseas.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
On second down, they'll run. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
Number 6.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
McCarthy from the gun here on third down. And it looks like he's going to get the first down with great work after the catch to extend the drive.
And the Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll go play action here with McCarthy. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, Nick, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Here's 3rd and 2.
Let's go. Strip.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he is going to have a Vikings first down by about a yard. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
70 Timberwolves.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Escaping the danger. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Rams have it.
With the importance being placed on yards after the catch, we're seeing more and more guys really emphasize turning into a runner as soon as possible. And, of course, it's a critical part of today's modern offense. But the part you have to remember, the yards are never more important than protecting the ball, so it needs to continue to be stressed. Yes, we want the big explosive play after the catch, but never at the expense of the ball.
He lays out and makes a spectacular catch. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 55 yards on the game.
Both pre-snap and post-snap. This is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3.
Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here now, second down and goal.
Set.
The They'll try to run it with Williams. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
No gain on the play.
I typically like to see the play-action pass on the early downs, Mike. Now they find themselves on third down. The defense is more prepared for the pass. They get stopped twice with the run. Do they go back to it?
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with the win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Maybe on that rapid pay the bills. And now I'm fitted, not even a little bit. Oh, Lord. Know yourself, know your worth.
Harrison Davis to kick off.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Take go.
They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 20. And the Vikings first down. First and 10.
Throwing here on first and 10 is McCarthy. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Cougar 19.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. That's the fourth time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Simmons.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. Great way to start his game. A gain of 20. That first down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game. And you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
So it's a win for the visiting Rams. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Minneapolis.